Morning, guys, and welcome to 2023. So Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I didn't complete Vlogmas this year. It just kind of got a little too hectic in real life for me to film and edit and have stuff up like on time. And I think I'm going to do things a little bit differently this Vlogmas in 2023 in 11 months. So I got a new phone. It is the 14 Pro, not the Pro Max, but the Pro. And I've been like messing around with the camera, and right now I have like on the cinematic mode, and it like blurs the background, and you can also like tap the screen where your face is. It locks the tracking on your face. You won't be able to see what I'm seeing, but there's a yellow box around my actual face, and it says tracking lock on the screen. So like, and then so I was testing it out to see if it'll focus on product fast, and it actually focuses a lot faster than my old iPhone does. It's like almost the quality of like when I used to have a Canon G7X Mark II, I think it was. However, the lock goes away, but it still tracks my face pretty good. So if I just tap again, it locks again. It's very interesting. So right now I am eating breakfast and having coffee, just a big old mug of coffee. And then breakfast is leftovers from last night, which was homemade sloppy joes. I won't focus on the sloppy joe. Later after I eat, I'm going to talk about my 2023 goals. I'm also going to show my weight in this. So last time I showed my weight, I believe was what I'm gonna put up, and I think that was April, at some point in April, and I was 249 point something. And then I actually did go all the way down to 244, but then I just kind of, like I always do, I just kind of gave up a little bit, stopped actually tracking what I was eating, and I'm back up at that 249, which I'll show my current one. So I am going to eat breakfast, and then I'm going to check in later. All right, so I figured I would talk about my overall 2023 goals. I'm kind of iffy on setting like a whole year. So I was thinking more of just doing 3 months at a time. So January, February, March as my first set of goals. Sometimes I get kind of overwhelmed when I set really long-term things, and then it's like, okay, I have to do all this stuff to reach it. So just going a little at a time makes it a little bit better. So my first goal for the 3-month period is to actually get up and get ready and be prepared for the day, kind of. With bipolar disorder, and I do choose to not be medicated because I've had a lot of problems with the medications that I was given. So with help with therapy and psychologists and things like that, they really explained that actually preparing yourself for the day can help you come out of some of the feelings of, not really wanting to do anything or not really participating in things. Sometimes it's hard because I am home all the time, and so I'm alone a lot because of Sean's work. So sometimes it is hard even if I do that. And it really does take time to kind of get out of that mindset of feeling down, and sometimes you can't really get out of it, but having this step can really kind of push you to need to or want to. So for that, I have like 3 little bullet points, and the first one is just to get dressed. because there's times where I will stay in my pajamas all day. Even though I'm doing the things I need to around the house, I'm in my pajamas, so I never feel like I'm actually like ready for the day. So just getting dressed is a major point of that. The second bullet point is basic skincare. So I will wash my face, but I don't really ever take care of it a lot. There's times when I'm feeling good and I will do my whole like skincare routine, moisturizer, toners, all that type of stuff. But then there's times, weeks at a time, where I won't do any of that. And I've found that when I do these things for long stretches of times of actually taking care of like just basic skincare, it does make me feel a little more better, a little more ready for the day, and not as frumpy, I guess. So my third bullet point on this is to do some makeup sometimes, because I do love makeup. I love the look of makeup and I love trying out new makeup and things like that. And sometimes I can go months without ever wearing it. So things expire and I have to throw it away. And I was like, oh, I was really excited about that at one point. So actually venturing into it is one of the things I want to try to do in the next 3 months. And I mean, it seems like a silly thing, but with someone with bipolar or other, mental illnesses, it could just be that one thing that helps them feel normal. So that's one of the things I want to try to do. So my second major goal of the next 3 months is to stay in a calorie range of 1400 to 1600. And I know a lot of people say you shouldn't really go that low when you start off, but I've been working through losing weight for years now, and honestly, staying that low is the only thing that's really truly worked for me. When I lost the chunk of weight in my videos last year and the year before, it was because I was staying that low. The heater just kicked on. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it just kicked on. If you can, I'm sorry about the audio. So I do have a reason for staying within that calorie range, and that's because my goal weight calorie maintenance is 1580. So I want to be able to kind of train myself on what the foods are that can fit into the range that includes the maintenance for my goal weight. And I'm not saying I want to reach my goal weight in this year or whatever, but being able to balance my calories within that range that my goal weight would be at will teach me those things. I will be allowing myself cheat days, or usually they're just our date nights, because Sean and I do try to have a couple date nights a month where we actually go out and just spend time together, whether that's going to an actual restaurant and having like a dinner, or if we're going out, like let's say to IKEA and we eat at IKEA, or we go out to a farmer's market and we decide to eat at one of the food stands. It's allowing myself to have those a couple times a month that kind of keeps my sanity, because being too strict can lead to just giving up. And you see that in a lot of weight loss journeys. You're super, super, super strict, and then you just fall off, kind of like I do sometimes. And it's because I get to a point where I'm like, I'm tired of not letting myself enjoy the things that I go do with the people that I want to enjoy things with. And a lot of times that includes food, going out to restaurants or at their house, and I'm like, oh crap, what are they gonna have? And that means I can't have this. And it just gets to the point where I'm like, fuck it. My third overall goal for this 3-month period is 30 minutes of exercise. I generally get about 20 minutes of walking every single day, but I want to up it to 30 minutes. So this can include walking, biking, and I want to be able to hit my step goal every day. So my main goal is the 30 minutes which is the 20 minutes of walking I already do. So I want to essentially add 10 minutes of something. I want to kind of include some strength training in it because I'm not strong and building muscle helps with fat burn. So even if it's just a small amount of strength training, and I'm not going to meet this goal every day. I want to meet it every day, but sometimes I won't. I have to allow myself not to be too hard on myself when I may not reach every goal every single day. And I think that's one thing that a lot of people have to work on is I used to be the type of person that if everything isn't exactly how I planned it or wanted it to go, then it's just ruined and it doesn't matter. But everybody's gonna mess up. It doesn't matter who you are, you will probably mess up at some point. And the thing that you take away from it is that yes, you messed up at this point in time, but that doesn't ruin everything. So those are just some of my basic goals for the next 3 months, and I'll kind of be updating in future videos. I do have some other goals that are kind of more personal that I probably won't share much of, but then I also have goals like for YouTube. I want to actually post weekly, at least one video a week. I don't know what they will be, so I have to figure that out. And I've said this before, and I just kind of fall off track with that. And part of it is because I'm still not very comfortable with it. I thought that once I did it a few times or, posted a good amount of videos, I'd be like, all right, this is easy, and I feel comfortable and I feel great. But honestly, I'm a very private person. But anyway, thank you for watching this video. That's all I have for right now, and I will see you in the next one. What the hell? Bye.